Hey guys and girls, Emma again. Welcome back to the spare room. This is a quick little video that's not really about machining, it's about cool stuff, and it's a technical trade device of an age to be completely outdated by modern CAD and modern software and modern devices. But it's pretty cool. I picked it up at the right price, and it's all very complete and nice, and it's fun to have in the toolbox, I guess. As far as practical uses for it in this day and age, there might be one, but it's a bit obscure. It's a Planimeter. This one is a Deitzken, is made in Germany, it says. Deitzken was a American company. And while a lot of their stuff was probably made in Europe, I think that they were sold to an American market and probably to some extent an Australian market. It's imperial, so it's pre-metrification in Australia. And it's hardly been used. It's in pretty good condition. What a Planimeter does is kind of black magic. There's some science behind it, but it's right up there with the number 42 and The Secret to Life, the Universe, and Harry Potter, and all those sort of things. But it's very, very cool. So stand by, you're about to be amazed and confounded. What it does is measure the area of a shape on a drawing. It's a technical drawing device, and it measures the area of a shape by tracing around the perimeter. Very easy. If you've got a square that, say, for argument's sake, and we won't use metric, is 1 inch by 1 inch, it's 1 square inch. So it measures inch that way, an inch that way, an inch that way, an inch way that way. So for 2 directions it's going in reverse. So think about that for a minute. But that's how it does. And it does it very accurately. This one's got instructions, and it's got the little ruler for checking the calibration. And it's got a screwdriver with a depth gauge for the needles. And it's got a tin with a couple extra needles in it, points, like all good drawing equipment. It's got a weight. This isn't adjustable in and out. This end here is set. This is all quite precise stuff, and this has seen some hard life and some storage that wasn't real kind to it, so we'll be forgiving of that. But this isn't adjustable. It's a set length, and it has to be. This pin here is adjustable, and you use the little screwdriver has a gap in it, so you can see how far out the pin's supposed to be. This is the device. It's got a little plastic cover on it, and these wheels, this one is actually rusty, so I'm not going to be nervous about touching it with my fingerprints, but someone already has, and that's why it's got rusty. And they are fairly fussy. That's just got a worm there, and it spins really, really, really freely. And it's got another wheel here, which is just a carrier wheel. This has got a taper in here, and that's where the ball off the end of the pin sits. And it's got a little dust cover to keep the dust out. This is a handle for operating it, and it's got a depth gauge here on the pin, and a little screw. So it's a well-made thing. What I've done is printed out some technical drawings just on paper, and they're not accurate. CAD isn't accurate, and I'll show you that. But anyone who thinks they're just going to draw something out in CAD and print it without some calibration and messing around and use that as a template, don't, because I'll show you this. This square was 25 by 4.4 by 25.4, which is an inch, more or less. And if we run around the outside of the line, yes it is. This one was 2 inches diameter, and realistically it's within about 5%. So we know that a circle 2 inches diameter, or inch radius, is going to be 3.1416 area, and we know that a square 1 inch by 1 inch is going to be 1 square inch. So I thought that might be a good place to start. Now let's have a look over here and set this up. I think you can see that. Basically this wheel runs this way, and it doesn't run this way. We've got a vernier scale here, which is total numbers here, and it's or full numbers here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and tenths here, and hundredths on the vernier. So that's pretty basic. If we got a pencil and mark the starting point, there's no corners on this shape. If we have a bit of a look, the reading we've got there is 3, 8, 3, 2 on the vernier. So we've got 3 and a bit, 8 and a bit, 3 and a bit, and 2 on the vernier. So that's our first reading. If we trace around this carefully, which requires a fairly steady hand to be accurate, back to where we started and read this again, we've got 4, 1, 2, 3. Now, if we take one from the other, we're going to need a calculator for this, guys. All these green bits and things we really don't need. We just want, this is a very basic calculation. 4, 1, 2, 3, less 3, 8, 3, 2, and move the decimal points that far. We've got a circle that's 2.91 square inches diameter. So how far out are we? We've got 2.91. If we move the decimal point 2 places, that's all we've got to do. The calculated area on the drawing, 3.14. So we're 0.2 of an inch, which 0.2 of a square inch, which isn't very much. So it's clear. 3.14 minus 2.91, 0.23. That's well within your 5% of your drawing. So that's accurate, and it's as accurate as any way of finding that. Let's do the same with this one. We've got 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. It's actually not quite. If we run the ruler over it, just to check it, it's about 975, I would say. So if we work that out, 0.975 times 0.975 is 950. That should be what we come up with here. So let's do the same here. Set this back on the first corner there and make a reading. And this one down here, we've got 3956. So we've got 3956. Let's run around this edge. Back to where we started. And write down the number, which is 4051. If we take the one from the other, 4051 less 3956 equals, move the decimal point, 950 square inches. So that's just smart. Have a think about it for a minute. You'll work out how it works. One wheel goes this way and one wheel goes the other way. Look it up. I can't explain it. I've got some sort of idea, but it's beyond me to sort of put that into plain language so that it's that easy. But anyway, I thought you might like to see this. It's a cool device, and something that you probably don't see very often in any workshop or any drawing office nowadays. But that's how it works, and it's accurate, and a good condition one. This wheel is a bit rusty, so it's not going to be perfect, but it's not far out. Anyway, I thought you might like to see that. It's just a quick video today, very relaxed day. I'm doing a bit of pad making. There's a couple of little jobs to do for friends, and they're making good progress with them. But this is a cool tool, and thanks for watching. Be kind to each other. More soon.